There you are, Mrs. Walker. Here, 1 sugar.
Well, this is unexpected, Mrs. Ogden.
Well, I think we deserve a cup of tea. I bottomed that snug, and when I say bottomed, I mean bottomed.
My dear, I've just observed. It shows. Quite amazing.
Of course, it's getting an early start. What does it?
I can only wonder at this sudden change in the habits of a lifetime.
Oh, well, it's our Stan, you see.
Oh, I can't see any possibility of Mr. Ogden changing a lifetime's habits.
No, I mean, it's coming off nights onto days. It's got him all cockeyed. His brain hasn't caught up yet, you know. It's affected his digestion and all.
Oh, dear, that'll be bad for our trade.
I'll take this morning, for instance. Woke up at 3:30, he did. Panicked, because he'd no idea where he was, and I've got bruises to prove it. And, of course, he couldn't get back to sleep proper.
Oh, well, I'm sure he'll adjust. The same thing happens to these executives, you know. All this flying backwards and forwards against the clock.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, it upsets their metabolism.
Oh, I'll tell him he'll be dead chuffed.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll take these into the...
Oh, you won't be in my way, Mrs. Walker. I've only got the gents to do.
No, but if you don't mind, I would like to deal with my correspondence.
Oh, private like, yeah, I get you. One from him, is there?
Exactly from whom?
Your butcher fella.
Have you any reason to think so, Mrs. Ogden? Because I haven't.
Well, I thought at least he might have wrote to you. I mean, since he hasn't set foot in this place since you come off that cruise.
Really?
He must have something to say for himself.
I'm sure he has plenty to say for himself. He's a voluble sort of man. And now I think, if you don't mind...
Oh, had to put him in his place, did you? Is that it?
Mrs. Ogden, you are obviously taking a great concern.
Yeah, well, only as a neighbour, Mrs. Walker. I mean, with you and me having a sort of special relationship.
Yes, well, I suppose you see things that even my closest friends...
Oh, you know me, Mrs. Walker.
Yes. Well, now, there is something you could read.
Oh, yeah.
And with your gift, I think the tea leaves will tell you all. And if you have any advice, you know where to find me. Oh, and don't forget to wash up, will you, dear? We don't want everyone to know, do we?
Well, let the whole world know. What is it to us?
Not in the shop, Ernest.
There is nothing improper about it in the shop. Used to be a common form of greeting. Think back to the Bible. So there. Guard the fort. Still is in many parts of the world, you know. I suppose our characters are formed by our social conventions rather than the other way around.
You'll be late.
I'll be off. There's nothing wrong, is there, Emily?
No, nothing.
There is, isn't there? Wish you'd get it out of your mind. It's that bit of a mix-up, am I right?
Well, it does pray, rather.
Don't let it. Best forgotten.
I just don't want it to happen twice.
If you don't worry about it, it won't.
You're right.
Well, I'll be off then.
You've already said that twice, Ernest.
Have I?
Yes.
Well, this time I'll actually manage it. Expect me when you see me.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I do apologise.
That's all right.
No, you can get a nasty bang off one of those. Quite heavy they are.
No harm done.
Oh, well, I'll be off then.
4 times.
Can't win.
Well, hello, Olive. You're quite a stranger.
Yeah, we do seem to have lost touch, rather. I wanted some photographs done, so I thought of you.
Always glad of trade.
Como está, Emilia?
Oh, dear me, I'm sorry to say I've forgotten it all, but I'm very well, thank you. Muy bien.
Well, I thought you were dead set on taking your holidays in Spain.
Daydreams, daydreams.
Well, still all the same, you know, you should keep it up. You were one of my better pupils at night school.
Well, it's time more than anything else. What did you want doing with these?
Oh, I'd like some blow-ups done. There's some pictures I took in Spain. The Alhambra. I mean, they're not very good photographs, but...
They're not bad at all.
Well, they take me back.
Postcard size, is that it?
Yes, that one. Yeah.
It looks beautiful. When were you there?
Last year, I managed to talk Mother out of St. Anne's and we splashed out.
I wonder if Ernest would like Spain. must say he was feeling a bit Latin this morning.
Ernest? Oh, was that Ernest?
Yes, I'm sorry you didn't catch him at his best. That was Mr. Bishop.
Oh, I see. I didn't know. I mean, you,
Yes, in a manner of speaking.
Oh, should I say congratulations?
Dear me, no, it's not formal or anything.
Oh, well, still, all the same, well done. Must be very nice working alongside somebody, well, emotionally attached to.
Well, I'm not sure. It can rebound, rather.
Well, I think you're very lucky.
Yes, I am, I know. He's such a good man. Or was that not what you meant?
Well, we don't have to beat about the bush, the two of us. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm very glad you found someone. I must meet your Ernest sometime. Vet him.
Well, I'll do these for you this morning. He should be in this afternoon.
Oh, no, there's no hurry. I'll probably be passing this way later on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Not all women are like me, you know. I mean, if I'm after a bloke, I'm about as subtle as Velt on the head with a collier's clog. It's these quiet ones you've got to watch.
Yeah, well, I think I'm old enough to cross the road on my own, all right.
They all say that.
You know, I don't see how I can build up a federal case on such slender evidence.
Men, you're so naive, you are.
Are in? Oh,
Yeah, I'm tired of thinking up witty replies to that one, Hilda. What is it?
well, it's for that, really.
More trouble.
Mrs. Walker.
Who else?
Well, Mrs. Walker says, can you stop on for half an hour tonight and you can clock on half an hour later?
She's as tight as a wet knot, she is. She wouldn't dream of paying me overtime.
Oh, she'll give out away her out. And she's worse since she come off this cruise, you know. Ooh, aye, very close she is about that.
Yes, well, I think it's time I was on my way.
So,
See you, Ken.
Right.
No, she's just not letting on at all. Has she said out to you?
Annie Walker.
Well, we're not talking about King Tut.
Well, what makes you think she'd say anything to me?
Oh, something must have happened on that cruise, you know. Must have. Because, I mean, by rights, you'd never hear the end of it, would you?
Well, she didn't have to tell you everything.
Ah, that's just where you're wrong. She should, shouldn't she? I mean, you need somebody to pour it all out to. Somebody who understands.
Like you, Hilda.
Oh, you think you know it all, but you don't, you know. Well, I know how she feels.
Well, we don't know she feels anything in particular.
And then there's him. Conspicuous by his absence, I'd call him.
You're not wrong, Hilda.
Yeah, well, that speaks for itself, doesn't it?
And then there's that bruise on her shoulder.
Get her away.
Oh, big as a grapefruit. And she's been writing to her solicitors.
Hey, that tallies.
And once or twice I've caught her in storeroom, weeping and wailing and gnashing her dentures in her left hand.
You're making it up.
No, guides on her.
No, could be true about her solicitors, though. She was very secretive about her correspondence this morning.
God, Hilda, you never give up, do you?
There's a sight too much poking into other folks' business as it is.
Flaming 10 o'clock. What time do you make it?
Oh, heck, it's all of that. I mean to say, the point is your life's not your own, is it?
No, Albert.
Oh, and Yeller Ackles gone and all, hasn't it?
Right. You what?
Yeller Ackles. What legacy Fusiliers have worn in the cap from time immemorial. They've gone, and what for?
Oh, now don't ask me, Albert. Timber. Hinges. One gross of 2-inch 8s.
And then to cap the whole blooming lot, there's these things. Hey, have you had any in all these census things?
Fairclough has. He likes to think he's head of the family. Don't worry, Albert, it's not just you.
No, but daft enough to let him get away with it, I suppose.
Well, they just want to know what folks are around, you know.
Ah, and where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, well, if they find out where Stanley Flaming Ogden is, I hope they'll let me know. Anyhow, you just come round here to yak about the census, or do you want something?
Look, if you stop buzzing around like a clockwork blue bottle, you'll find out.
All right, make it quick.
Well, I want you to help me fill this in.
Oh, come on, it's not my job.
Ah, but that's just where you're wrong. It is. Now listen to this. Has your household any use of any of the following
Oh,
amenities?
stone me, Albert,
Now,
you
look,
can be
just
very boring.
Hold on just a minute. Hot water supply to a wash basin, a kitchen sink, a bath or a shower.
A shower?
From a heating appliance or boiler.
Just come to the
which
point.
is connected to the hot water
You
supply.
just answer yes.
But that'd be telling a lie, wouldn't it? I mean, my back boiler's connected to no but fresh air, seeing as you haven't been round to fix it.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I mean, I can't fill that in, can I?
Well, I told Stanley to do it yesterday. I'll see he does it this morning.
Oh, where is he then?
I wish I flaming well knew. Now get off my back.
On it.
Oh, well, this is a surprise. And where have we been then, eh? Having breakfast with David Frost?
I've been flaming kipping, haven't I?
Kip? You've not been kipping, you've been flaming hibernating.
Listen, if I can't shut my eyes at night, it's your fault, isn't it? So you just have to put up with it, won't you?
There's the stuff in the van?
Yes, and the job list in the cab. Now get on with it. And move Albert up to the top. He should have been done yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday wasn't long enough.
No, he thinks I'm getting above myself or something.
Thought your dad?
Yeah. Go to university, you're wasting your time, lad, he says. And he says it more forcibly than that.
Yes, well, you've got to tell him that it's your life, isn't it? And that you're 18.
Hey, but can you believe it in this day and age?
Would you say that 10 years ago was this day and age?
Well, yeah, why?
Because 10 years ago, my father was telling me exactly the same thing.
You've got to be joking.
No, he thought I was going to become Flash and start chucking me money around in the American bar at the Imperial, while my mother was skivvying in the kitchen.
You know, it's funny. I never thought you were, working class.
Listen, John.
Ken, oh, sorry, Mr. Barlow. If you're busy...
No, that's all right. You want something?
No, it's not important.
You sure?
No, it's, Oh, I'll see you at lunchtime anyway.
I'll be here.
Right.
Hey, do you mind if I give you a bit of fatherly advice? I should watch our Olive. She's showing all the signs, you know.
You're not the first person to tell me that, Nick, but it's not your place to comment.
No, really, she's like something out of Jane Austen, looking for a man of tolerable fortune and reasonable income and all that, you know. She gets on my nerves.
Listen, I'm not sitting here to discuss members of the staff with a young upstart like you. And when it comes to filling in university forms, Olive might have some comments to make about you.
Sir, I never said a word.
Albert, will you be flipping told you've got to fill it in?
It's just necessary information, Mr. Tatlock.
Yeah, well, why is it necessary, eh? Tell me why they want to know stopping the night with me. Tell me that.
Did somebody stop the night with you?
Of course not.
What are you bothered about, then?
Yeah, let them guilty secrets look out for themselves, mate.
It's confidential in any case.
But I don't care how confidential it is. I'm having naught to do with it, and that's flat.
Have you read that bit, have you? It'll cost you 50 knicker to stand on them principles.
50 quid and... Oh, and I was daft enough to vote for them.
Mr. Tatlock, there would have been a census whichever political party was in power. You don't understand.
No, and I don't want to. They can keep it.
Oh, no, Albert. I think you better keep it. You know what's worrying you, don't you? It's that bit where it says name, age, sex. You think you'd look daft, wouldn't you? Put Albert Tatlock, 137, don't know.
Hey, has he been?
Yeah, about an hour since, and left a trail of mud to prove it.
And where is he now? God, it's like trying to find a flaming yeti. Has anybody seen him?
Who's Stan Ogden?
How did you guess?
Try looking over the flying horse.
Oh, or the Green Man, or...
Yes, all right, all right. Hey, Hilda, please, do you think you could persuade your Stan he'd rather be an engine driver?
Hey? Sorry, love, what?
Never mind.
No, I was just thinking, you see.
Don't make me laugh, it hurts me arm.
What's up with him?
Never mind him. How about your little theory? Was it neasy under the captain's table or what?
Well, I don't spend all my time worrying over Annie Walker, you know.
Oh, of course not, Hilda. You're not a bit interested, are you?
I was just wondering what to give Stan for his tea.
If I were you, I'd give him steak and chips.
What do you think my name is? Jackie Kennedy?
No, but there's a very good butcher's shop down Victoria Street.
Hey, do you mean...
You get more out of him than you would out of Annie Walker.
Hey, yeah.
Of course I'd ask him myself, but being pals, you know, and after all, I'm sure you do it so much better than I would.
Yeah, you're right. Now, I can give Stan a bit of mince. Oh, you couldn't lend us 5 bob, could you? Only, I mean, I won't get sick round there, will I? I'll report straight back to you.
If you're looking for your red ballpoint pen.
Oh.
Remember?
I was getting worried there for a minute. I thought I might have to face the dreaded Miss Jackson. She gives me a lecture on the state of economy every time I ask for a new marking pen.
Oh, you're lucky you're a man. She flatly refuses to give me one anymore.
Oh, are you sure you finished with it?
Yes, thanks. Oh, I'll get another one when I'm in town at lunchtime.
You're not going out then?
No, I don't think I'll bother until Martin Powell has got over the glory of his football team winning that cup.
You just don't have to sit next to him, that's all.
That's very true, but all the same, anywhere in the same room, and that stentorian voice drowns all possible conversation.
Yes, I have noticed.
Can I borrow that pen again for a minute, please? Thanks. No, I thought I'd go and have a look at the new Hockney exhibition. Do you like Hockney?
I think it's the American things are quite witty.
Yeah, it's just to get out of the building as much as anything. Why don't you come?
Oh, well, I've got this lot to get through.
Well, you could leave that. And you've got a free period first thing after lunch, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Oh, do you good.
Yes, but I also said, in fact, I promised to see Nick Turner. He fancies his chances for university.
Oh, he's bright enough.
Yes, I think so.
But you were talking to him this morning, surely.
Yes, I was. Some other time,
Well,
perhaps.
fine then. We'll leave it until tomorrow. I suppose I could just about put up with Mr. Powell over the prunes just for today. Are you coming? Went to lunch?
Oh, yes, I suppose so. By the way, what did you want me for this morning?
This morning?
Yes, when I was in here with Nick Turner.
Doesn't matter. I'll see you by the notice board then. It wasn't important.
Langton's only got one arm, Langton's only got one arm.
Enough to fatten you with if you push him too far. Look, he's been in and out of here looking for you.
I'm always one jump ahead, though, aren't I?
You're very lucky to have a job at all. You know, there's nearly 1 million men out on the dole. They'd be glad of this job. I mean, and fellas that can do it and all.
I'll give over and fill that up, will you?
Look, I don't give tuppence about you being bone idle on your own account, but this young Ray Langton's trying to make his way, and you're nothing but a millstone round
Look, I'll
his neck.
tell you something, Charlotte. You can keep your fame in pub. I know where I'm very welcome.
You know, what with a census and not knowing whether old doggy's going to fix up his back boiler or not, poor old Tatty Tatlock doesn't know his, what's it from his elbow.
Stanongton is like a great fat fairy. Vanish, vanish, vanish.
Is mine standing here?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, he works here, doesn't he?
Not very often.
Where is he then?
Hilda, my old darling, we were just discussing that very point.
Oh, only I want some housekeeping off him.
That's your problem.
Well, how about a sub off his wages, like? It'll be all right. I mean, I've got to feed him.
You and your bad habits.
Ah, go on. Here, I tell you what. You give us a 10-bob sub and I'll find him for you.
You know, I don't think even the Mafia could have thought that one up.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I'm the best one to ferret him out, aren't I? Years of practice.
Yes, all right. I think I got a 10-bob somewhere.
Have you?
Yeah, I'll lend it.
10-bob.
Right.
Oh, and try and get him back here before lighting up time, will you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, righto. Ta-ra.
Hey. Do you know what I reckon? They're invaders from outer space.
I'm coming in. Oh, Ken not home yet?
No, it shouldn't be long.
Oh, well, I just popped round to see if he'd help me sort this thing out.
Oh, there's a bloke comes round, he'll give you a hand.
Oh, but I'd rather Ken had a look at it. You see, to my reckoning, if he made out that I was stopping here tonight, he could put me down on his and then I wouldn't have to bother.
Come here, give us your pen.
Oh, no, look, I don't think you should do it.
Well, I'll just do the answers and you can sign it, right?
Oh, well, if you're sure.
Oh, get on. Your house is the same as this, isn't it?
Identical.
Right.
Well, nearly, except my laboratory's outside.
Right. Hey, you've not swapped your medals for a Bentley, have you?
No.
Right, no cars or vans?
No.
You got a cooker? Sink? Bath?
No.
Well, that wasn't too difficult, Albert. Now, if you just fill it in across to there, you can leave the rest.
But look, there's pages of it yet.
It doesn't concern you.
Hello. How are we all then?
Oh, we're just letting Edward Heath know we're still here.
Yeah, Bet was just helping me fill this in.
Well, save me a job.
Well, I'd rather you have a sked at it because she said I don't need to go any further than that.
You don't trust me, do you?
She's quite right. He's retired.
No lift home tonight, then?
No, I came home early.
Clever fella.
Very pleased to meet you, Miss Rowe.
Oh, Olive, please, I hate the sound of Miss Rowe.
Just as you wish, of course. I believe you're quite a bit of a linguist, Emily was saying.
Yes, I
that,
teach languages, that's how we met.
That's it, you taught in the night school, yes, Emily did say. They were your pictures of the Alhambra, weren't they? They were very good.
Oh, I just point the camera and click.
No, they were very well composed. We both thought that, didn't we?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes, well, now that we've made contact
Yes,
again...
we must keep in touch.
When we get the new community centre, I'm hoping to start a camera club. Now, you might be interested.
No, I'm not much of a joiner, I'm afraid.
Ah, well, it's a long way off yet.
It would be a way of meeting people, though.
Oh, Emily, you sound like Marjorie Prooks. Oh, no, you're quite right, though. I should make more effort to be sociable. It's only too easy to get steeped in your work.
You never said a truer word.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, where are you living now?
Still at the Rover's Return.
Oh, really? On the corner of Coronation Street? Oh, that must be quite the hub of society around here.
Oh, well, we're hoping the new community centre will take its place. But in the meantime...
Well, in the meantime, why don't I pop in there this evening?
Oh, please do,
Perhaps
yes.
we could all meet, the three of us.
Why not?
And maybe go out for a meal afterwards. What time shall we say?
Well, I'm there at any time.
Oh, 6:30 to 7 then.
Fine.
That's
Okay,
fine,
until
yes.
then.
Well, she seems very pleasant. You know her well.
To tell you the truth, not all that well.
She seems very friendly.
I suppose she's rather lonely.
You know, I reckon you ought to give him the boot.
Oh, I can't, can I? It was me that got him to push from the bacon.
I shouldn't let that worry you. It's a cruel world, my old son. Come on, give us the keys. I'll drive you around there.
Oh, haven't you noticed? There's no van. He's hijacked that. He's probably halfway across the Pennines with a good booze guide clenched between his teeth.
Yeah, well, I can't really comment on that, can I? I plead the Fifth Amendment.
Oh, come on. The mayor's rules is one thing. My flaming van's another.
Yeah, it's more his class of vehicle, though, isn't it?
You know, you've cost me a fortune, you and your bright ideas.
Well, you should have gone back and had another go.
Well, I did, yeah. He was quite forthcoming, or he would have been, only he got called away to the phone.
Oh, so you got an out of him then?
No, £1/2 of mince, a bit of liver and a load of bones. Only a tan of the bones, mind, and quite a lot of meat on them, but still, apart from that, nothing. Well, I could hardly go in there 3 times in one day, could I? They'd think I was funny. I'll have a go at that eldest lad of his tomorrow, though. He looks a bit daft.
Do you know, Elder, I think I can save you the trouble.
How do you mean?
Well, you know, I passed the back horse on my way home.
Oh, that posh pub in town, yeah?
Yeah, well, I saw him last night. Getting out of the car, there was a woman with him. Make what you want out of that.
Oh, well, there's only one thing you can, isn't there?
Oh, hello there. I'm sorry if I'm late.
No, you're not.
Are we time for a small aperitif?
Well, I'd love a sherry.
Sherry for you, Emily.
Yes, please.
Right.
That's her over there with Miss Nugent.
Doing all right tonight, Ernest, eh?
I'm sorry?
Surrounded by women over there.
I'll be 3 sherries, please, and spare me the ribald remarks.
Masterful, you see. That's how he does it.
Hello there.
Oh, hello, Ken. Let me...
No, I get it. It's a rum and a half bitter.
Ernie's brought a friend of yours along. Ken.
Oh?
I didn't know you were acquainted.
Hello, Ken.
Oh, hi. Hello there.
Hey, isn't that, what's her name?
Yes.
Olive, I believe her
That's
name is.
right, yes, her name is.
Will you be joining us?
Well, perhaps. A little
Great.
later on, yeah.
27 pence. Small world, isn't it?
Lily, I'm glad you've come. Could you get me up some crates of brown ale, please?
Yeah, all right, Ma. Hey, stick a pint up for Ray, will you?
Hey, stick a crate up for Ray, will you? Hello, Elder. Not off out with your stand tonight, then?
Does it look like it?
Oh, I just thought there might be something on, seeing as he's borrowed my van for the night.
Who's what?
Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut.
He's got your van for the night?
Well, yes, he has,
The crafty beggar. Now, where's he off to?
He didn't say exactly.
Oh, didn't he? Well, we'll see what he's got to say for himself when I get my hands on him.
Where you going, Hilda?
I'm going to turn the gas out under that shepherd's pie. I'll give him flipping shepherd's pie.
Excuse me.
Well, mate, I think I've sorted out the van problem. Cheers.
No, well, I mean, I'd like to very much. I'd like to join you.
the babysitting.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Mrs. Colworth babysitting, but I have to go back and tell them a story and put them to bed.
You know, all this time and I still haven't met those kids of yours.
Oh, they're lovely
Oh,
children.
I'm sure they are. Look, if they're still up, why don't I come back and read a story for them? I would really love to.
Well,
Well, it would mean we'd be rather late eating by the time we get to the restaurant.
Yes, I know, but I mean, I've got a thing about kids. Look, couldn't we put the meal off to another evening?
Well, I don't mind, but I'm a bit hungry.
Well, I know, why don't you two go and eat, and then perhaps we could all meet back here later on. I mean, once the twins are asleep.
Well, I suppose
Well, I've been dying to meet them. We'll see you later on then. Come on, Ken, you show me the way.
right. Well, good night, one and all.
You know what we are, don't you? A couple of pawns.
Suppose you could look at it like that.
Believe me, we are. She's got precisely where she wanted to get tonight. And it's my fault.